In July 2011, a group from the Osher Marin JCC traveled to Warsaw, Krakow, and Berlin to explore Jewish heritage sites, attend the largest Jewish culture festival in the world, and be exposed to what had been described as a Jewish renaissance taking place today. Thanks to the red carpet treatment provided by the Toby Foundation for Jewish Life and Culture, we spoke privately with the Chief Rabbi of Poland, met the U.S. Ambassador and the U.S. Consul General, and spent time with the Director of JCC Krakow and the CEO of the Ronald S. Lauder Foundation. We were inspired, educated, and entertained, and returned with new hope for the future of Jewish peoplehood. Here are some of our reflections.
We got to see two sides of Poland, the absolute enormity of the tragedy. We were at the Umschlagplatz, from which Jews were sent to the camps to be exterminated. We saw Auschwitz. And on the other hand, we saw the renewal and what seems to be the true resurgence of interest in Judaism by Gentile Poles. And it's quite inspirational to realize that there seems to have been a real change in the hearts of the Polish people.
My feeling about Polish people has made a 180-degree turn. I mean, I was not terribly fond of Polish people just because of what happened during the war, and my impression, maybe largely based on what I've seen in movies and what I've heard about their support of the Nazis or just their lack of action in terms of helping the Jews, never left me with a very good feeling. But after being there, after being in Poland and seeing the change and seeing not just that people aren't that way anymore, but that there's such a strong interest in Jewish culture, it was just so impressive. I just left feeling so good about Poland.
I think I expected to see a war-torn Warsaw, and it was completely rebuilt. 86% of it had been destroyed during the war, so we saw a brand new city in Warsaw, and we saw a brand new city in Berlin.
After years of Nazi rule and decades by the communists, I expected, like most people who I've spoken to, that Warsaw and Krakow were going to be in black and white. Everything was going to be gray and drab. But the colors, the life, the faces, beautiful people, and the energy of the young people.
Being an attendee at the Irina Sendler Award presentation to a very, very special woman named Magda Grodska-Guskowska. Magda was a 15-year-old woman who had lost her parents while living in the ghetto, the Warsaw Ghetto, and she then became a worker for Irina Sendler in helping to save numerous children and helped get them out of the ghetto. Just a few years ago, she learned that actually she was Jewish, and although she was voted to and has been awarded the Righteous Gentile Award by Yad Vashem, at the time that she did her heroic efforts on behalf of those children, she actually was Jewish, but she never knew it. She thought she was Christian.
And there is a great interest in mostly of the younger generations, the third generation perhaps since the Holocaust itself, to try to understand and appreciate the Jewish life and what Jews had contributed to the Polish life for thousands of years.
When we went to services on Friday night, we sat next to a young woman, maybe she was about 26, and she had traveled to Krakow for the culture festival, and she'd never been to a religious ceremony, and we asked her why, and she said, I just really am interested in learning more about Jewish culture. I learned about the Holocaust, and I want to know what this is all about. And she was so sincere.
Krakow has 11 universities, so there's young people everywhere, and you can just feel their energy.
So exciting to be a part of this joyous Krakow festival and watch everyone getting back to their roots in artistic ways. It's beautiful. We saw 2 evenings of music. That was absolutely exciting, and you couldn't sit still in your seats.
There must be opportunities available to these young people to explore their newly found heritage. And thanks to the Toby Foundation and other philanthropic organizations, there are pioneers on the ground. Jewish educators and genealogists, musicians and artists, rebuilding Jewish life.
Do you encounter much anti-Semitism today in Krakow?
No, I can't say that. I've been living here for 10 years, and I can't say in any sense I've encountered any anti-Semitism, any worries about, any ideas about should I wear a kippah, should I hide this or that, or speak Hebrew outside or anything. It's not even something that's on our radar.